There we go. So we can tip in here. I think we can store in here as well, which is good. Rent the train. And we can reload back up there as well. What is this? What are we selling here? Oh, I think I know what this is. So, you have included, which I think is a very clever idea, and loads of people miss this out. You can sell your containers. You can sell your containers of wood there, which is good. I like the idea of that. How is the farmland divided? Wait and see, Stevie. Wait and see. It's a good call. J-Bot, nice to see you, buddy. How are you? Stroke of genius by the FarmSim guys there. The FarmSim game guys. Look at this. You've got small, you've got big, you've got tons of choices to make. Tons of choices. So those big open areas, you don't buy the big open area, you buy a chunk of it. So I think this is very smartly done as well. So you can start with a bit of money, you can start with nothing. You know, there's some really small elements. Let me see if I can find the smallest one here. Mark Haythornthwaite, how are you, buddy? It's been a while. How's things, mate? Nice holiday. 135. There you go. 89,000. All right, I'm in euros, but you know the gig. 77,000 for 105 there. Is there anything small that I can? So some of the wooded areas there. 124, 158, 159, 87,000, 175. There you go. 55k for that one. 177, 53. So yeah, you could anything goes here really. You've got loads of choices available to you. It is nice, and you can build up. So you could almost dot things around. So you could go for that, and then 158, or you couldn't. You don't necessarily have them close together, but yeah, lots of scope there. Lots of scope. Oh, Mark, sorry to hear that, mate. So this is just here we've got Mossy Pine Ranch, which is there. Guessing that's a sell point. Let's have a look at what we've got. No additional crops or anything at the moment on this, but not to say they might not add some. Find out what you can sell at Mossy Pine Ranch. Maybe some, yes, bales. Hay, straw, grass, silage. So, good. Hey, Midwest, it is a ton. It is a ton. There we go. I've still messed up my live stream. Goodness me, I am out of practice. There we go. You can actually see something now. So, like I said, I will... Do you know what? I was quite enjoying driving about there. Let's drive over here. See what we can find. And you get a feel for the scale of this as well. Hey, Yarks, how you doing, mate? I'll let you go. Let you know as you're here. Args and I are planning on doing a From the Field this weekend. Following up from... yeah, it's a 4X mark, yeah. Following up from PAX West. We might have some intel at PAX West who might be joining us, so that'll be good. So stay tuned. Saturday night we're going to try and do a From the Field, talk everything Farming Simulator 25. Right. Let's cruise out of here again. Well, what's the time? 9:14 p.m. Right, so it's 1/4 the hour. See how many minutes it takes us to get to where we want to go, which is the other town. But again, let's just look across there. Such a big space. It's great. I am off-roading now, but I'm at a big 4x4. Resident DJ in the house this weekend. Hey, maybe a character you've heard of before. planted. 73 I was hitting there. Reminds me of my holidays, these mountains. Very nice. My camera gets knocked over, it's because the dog keeps coming in and out. He's already said, I know we're gonna do a test tomorrow. That digger we will come back to. I have placed that there for a reason. AJ5, nice to see you. Nate Hag, good to see you. Thanks for joining, guys, on the vertical. No, there was another road there. Have I gone the wrong way? I may have. No, that works for me. Alright, we'll go this way. Good. So, fair battering along here. That's been 2 minutes of driving at 75 k's, or miles an hour, to get to here. So we'll go past the shop here. So if you want to buy your stuff, that is where you'd be buying it from. I do indeed, Alan. I've played it a lot. It's a great little map. I'm just waiting for those hillsiders to come now from HG. I'll probably go back to that map. It's probably the ones I'll test it on. That and Hubbard. Another gas station here. And if we turn down here, it's really smooth actually. Obviously, it's... I'm sure we can change that, but you've got the diner there. Yeah, cheers Args, thanks for dropping in, mate. There's your other train depot, so you've got somewhere else to store your grain here as well. And over here actually. That could just be a sell point over here. Let's go in and have a look, shall we? VW feed, and then you have got your animal dealer down here. Like so. And I believe, if I can find it, yes. Just cut across the grass, nobody noticed. So you've got a bale sell point here. But look, a silage sell point, but it doesn't have to be bales. You can just tip and sell silage. Again, well thought out. Nicely done. Nicely done. So we are up here. Oh, save. Boo to the saves. Thanks, Danny. So there you go. Not much in the way of stuff going on, but enough. Enough to keep you going. So there you go. But what we're going to do, we've got $1 million to start out with. We have got a couple of tractors already dropped in the middle of the map where we're going to start with the map that we've with the area that we bought on the map. We just need to create a path to it. So let's head to that dozer and let's get started. Now we need to be, even though we've got $1 million, which seems like a lot of money, we need to be careful and cautious about what we buy and when we buy it, because we're going to have to build things up. We don't have the luxury of just buying... I'm not going to buy a 715 quad track, if you know what I mean. That would be not a good use of the cash we've got. So obviously, to start with, it makes sense to clear the grass, make some money from that. I may put a silo up so we can ferment it, sell it as silage, make a bit more cash from it. Won't be enough that $1 million. I know, Christoph. So we'll run up here. Like I said, we'll find that you can go down there as well. There's another road down there. There is a river as well. Argsy's gone, so I think we'll be safe. Need 100 million to buy a quad track. But we are going to make a little path. So here are our tractors. There's our tractors. We've got 70. We bought 70, which is a decent sized plot of land. But there is no way of getting to it. But there is... You've got a bit of terraform on the go. So we are going to lower this down, hopefully. And create a little path. Now we don't need any rocks or anything like that. There will be a few stones that we gather along the way. It depends, Robert. If you're in new farmer mode, you get this area down here with the field, 139. But I kind of felt that was a bit. There was a whole field of wheat there, and I thought that's kind of easy. I just thought I wanted to start from scratch and see what I could do. So we've gone for it a bit here. Right, let's smooth this because it's quite a steep drop, but we should be able to. Although I don't like it as tarmac. Let's switch that to... What options are it giving us here? Terraform, let's do... Pathway gravel, is that the one I want? Okay, now we're getting some stones. Now I've got to remember where my tractors are. They're in here somewhere. I might just stay around the edge of the road here. And some of these stones may come in handy because we may put a gravel thing down in the future. Like a gravel lime production point. That's just... Okay. I think they're round the side of that hill there. We're actually making a road here, which is quite good. And we might switch to flatten when we get to a corner of 70. The D10 is a mod. You can pick it up on FS Miner's site. If you can get through all the ads and nonsense on it. It's in there somewhere. But we will run it. It makes sense to run it around the edge here rather than going straight through the middle until the last minute, because you never know what we want to do in the future. We'll see. Who said ground deformation isn't in FarmSim? We've got all these stones that we can kind of work our way at in the future, which could be less lucrative, but more may come in handy. Instead of us having to buy lime, we'll see. I've left lime on for now, but let's be honest. You try and play it right, but ultimately you turn it off because you use so much lime, don't you? Right, we're taking a bit of a guess here as to where we're going in. FSTST, nice to see you. Charlie, how do you download Terraform on PlayStation? You don't, I'm afraid, mate. It is PC only. That's better than driving across the grass the whole time, although I don't want to plough through the middle of my bit that I've built or bought. Of course we bought somewhere on the top of a hill, didn't we? There's my tractors. Average, nice to see you. Hello, Share. I did have a good day, actually. I had a very productive day, actually. You know those days at work when you just end up cracking on with loads and loads of stuff. Airstrip Aviation, if you hit !_ map, it will give you the name of the map and also a link to where you can get it from. I'm having to do a bit of guesstimation here. Gold Rush vibes, there you go, Joe. Planning for gold, we could be at some point. Some point in the future, definitely. Right, looks like we're kind of loosely on the edge of our... So let's just tactically... Yeah, just in the chat airstrip, just hit ! map and it should give you... Let's go around a bit more. We're adding some character by putting these wiggles. How are we looking there, do you think? Are we... It is on our land, but we'll make it work. There you go. I'm going to judge how far in my tractors are. I'm going to show you this tractor in a minute. I'm going to talk... Who here's a bit of a creature of habit? When you find something you like, you kind of stick with it. I am really bad for that. And I'm regretting it now because I've just discovered... Obviously, if you've not seen it yet, the vid I did on Dints Modding's X9, which is superlative. Superlative. The best... Hands down the best combine in the game, I think. Anyway. I went and downloaded his 2014 8R. Oh my god! Oh my god! I haven't even checked out at JHHG's yet. But yeah, so let's see. Am I past the end of... No. But this is part of our... This is part of our land here, so what I'm going to do... We're going to have to flatten a bit for an area for sheds and stuff. So let's do that, but we don't want to discharge too much gravel now, do we? So let's go into the menu here. Discharge... Disable discharge, there we go. That means it won't spit anything out, but it will still flatten for us. It means we can get nice areas to place our buildings on. Just balloons, thank you very much. Nice to see so many of you here. 250 of you watching on the main stream, and another 100 on the vertical. Very nice to have you all here. Thank you for joining me on this Wednesday night. Well, Wednesday night for me, like daytime for some of you, morning for some of you. Anyway, yeah, I am a creature of habit. There goes the transition to green energy. Hey Amy, how you doing? Nice to see you. So anyway, yeah, Dintz's John Deere is something else. Really nice. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. So if we've got gravel already, it is we should be able to move it to the... Just make a little yard here. We can build on this later on. I do think I want to put in a tower. A tower, listen to me. I've completely had a brain fart. A silo, thank you. So I can store my whatever grass I cut here. Is the Mark, hopefully this weekend, mate. I haven't recorded it yet, but I've got a clear night tomorrow to maybe get an episode recorded and edited down for the weekend. Fermenting silo, thank you, Joe. It's been a long day. I was up at 4 AM worrying about advice. Don't start your own company. You wake up in the middle of the night worrying about stuff. Am I excited for FS25? Am I ever? I think it's going to be fantastic. It is going to be incredible, I think. I also think we haven't seen all the stuff they're going to announce yet. I think there's going to be other stuff coming. They're holding back the stuff we know about that they've not barely talked about. So the NPCs and how you engage with them, what are they? How do they work? Don't know anything about that yet. I still think there's third-person mode. You heard it here. If there is third-person mode, you can go, oh, FSG said there might be. I've been banging on about it for weeks now. So, I'm probably going to be proved totally wrong. But, I'd love it if there was. brings a whole new kind of dimension to kind of recording stuff. And the earliest you can get FS25 is on the 12th of November, which is not actually that far away now when you think about it. The old OCD kicking in there. Can't leave that bit of grass. Can't leave that tuft of grass there, can I? There we go. It does indeed, Joe. So yeah, in the description there is a link to FarmSim 25, and if you do that, it does support the channel. But I always say this: if you don't want to support me, there are a load of worthwhile FarmSim content creators out there, and good modders as well. The FarmSim game as well have a. I think you have a link, don't you guys? If you're still in here. So yeah, make sure you don't forget about the modders as well, because it's one of the few ways they can make a little bit of revenue as well. Probably going out. The nice thing about this is, yeah, I think I'm still within the realms of my. Amy Killen, unfortunately not. No, only on PC. This only on PC. Ground deformation in FS25. We had it in 22. Right, this will do for now, won't it? We don't need anything too big straight away. Just enough to keep us going nice and flat as well. We've got it on. Oh, we're on smooth mode actually, so we haven't got it nice and flat. But actually, it looks quite nice here. So hopefully, we'll be able to plant stuff without causing too many hassles. Although, do I go back over and flatten it? Oh. Serena, I am making a farmyard. The biggest problem with Terraform is it's not. The developer who made it did a brilliant job. But since then, it's been picked up by a few people to maintain it. So he's obviously got too busy and not been able to. So there's a load of different versions out there. So you've got to kind of shop around a bit and find one that works. And then certain machines don't work with certain mods. So I think I'm using quite an old version here, and I'm also using it on a 4X map, which is brave. Yeah, you just kind of have to have a bit of trial and error involved. But it is very good. Fundamentally, it still works very well. And if you're using base game stuff, it works very well. It's only when you kind of go and find these big dozers and diggers and things like that that you kind of have to take a few chances as to what you want to do with it. Lots of complainers on Reddit and FB Wayne missing features. Yeah, I had one today with a guy saying nobody asked for tornadoes and weather in the game. I was like, people have been asking for improved weather in the game for years. Is that Omatana? Hello, Omatana. Nice to see you. How are you? It does look good, doesn't it? It does look good. So much potential to... I love maps. You know, if you're going to do a map like this, this is the kind of map that I sometimes get a bit upset, and it's not any of my business how people play the game. But, you know, somebody would take a map like Calmsden or Court Farms, and they remove all the hedges, get rid of all the trees, and plough all the fields together. I'm like, why would you not just start a map like this or No Man's Land and do that? Kind of feels like it defeats the purpose of having a nice map, right? But this, yeah, the potential with something like this, with the space you've got, because it's 4X. Though tornadoes are a very random feature to it. Well, are they? A lot of farming in the Midwest of the US. A big audience of FarmSim is US based as well. So, anyway, I digress. Here is Dintz's 8R, 2014 8R. With all, I've put every extra on it possible, but look at the attention to detail on this. So it's a good looking tractor anyway, regardless, but this is where it comes alive. If I jump into the cab here, and we turn on interactive control, you've got all of these little bits and pieces in here. You can move the seat forward, you can move the seat, oh, you can't move the seat back, but you have got electric mirrors you can adjust by pressing that button. Look at that. Fold them in, fold them back out. So good. Open the door, close the door. You can fold the wheel up, you can bring it closer or further. Look, but even the little levers move and stuff. You've got your lights there, you've got your key, then you've got your cruise control, you've got all your lights up here, you've got your beacon and things like that. But again, even when you let's do all of this, shall we? Let's start her up. All the interactive screens are there, which is great. You can turn your radio on. But even the gear sticks move. So it's forward, backwards. You've got so many alternatives. When you hook up a machine, you've got all the power, so you get additional functions once you've connected a machine up as well. It's so well done. So well done, just not missed a trick on it. There you go. Even you can even hear the little the gas in the little shocks to shut the door. It's so good, so good. Anyway, we are going to take this. We're going to use our new path, and I think we better go and get a mower, hadn't we? Rusi, as well, have you noticed, as well as the mud sticking to the tyres, when you're driving along the road, it starts to fling it off the tyres as well? I think Dintz, I agree with you, J-Bot. His stuff is he's got his 9R coming. Whoa, that would be a big lump of something underneath the road. Stay on the road, folks, because there's gravel either side of it. We need to be mindful of that. Oh, that's the other thing as well. I meant to show you on this. That of the front axles, the shock that. Let's see if we can do it from in here. Can I? Yeah. See if we can look over that side a little bit. Look at that. Well, that's a perfect example of how. That suspension on the front. How good is that? But yes, I agree with you, J-Bot. I think Dintz is just finding his feet, and I think he's enjoying himself as well. He's churning out the stuff at the moment. Well, you might be lucky in the future, FS. You might be lucky. You might move away from just doing John. He's done a lot of John Deere stuff at the moment, but if you haven't, go and check out Dintz's modding, because I've overseen them. I downloaded the custom modding ones way early on, and they've done me proud. But actually, JHHG has just released his this week as well, and they have got masses of features and interactive control and things like that on them as well, so they're well worth a look at as well. Really nicely done. And if you don't want any of this interactive control stuff showing up if you're not using it, you can just hit backspace and hide it as well. So again, you get your kind of immersion then. Or if you have it up but you hide your HUD, oh no, it stays. You have to do it separately to hiding your HUD, but it's a nice touch, it really is. That's right, Dylan. Yeah, and actually, you remember in the first year DLC, you've got the Plains and Prairies DLC as part of that as well. So, I mean, that reeks of American machinery, or I don't think it'll be a map because it's the second one in the. They only tend to do one map per year, and I think we know that is my Scottish map that they've done especially for me. Even Giants don't know they made it specially for me, but they did. I've decided. Rusi, no, it was shown at FarmCon. They showed the 4 different levels of what would you call it? Mud cakery on the tyres. Hey Irvin, how you doing? Nice to see you. Right, let's buy, I think we're going to need a mower, and I think with that brush, because what I want to do is mow it, pick it up, but then I also want to replant with proper grass, so we'll probably buy, I think I switched it up, I did, oh look, the case, John Deere case batwing, interesting. We better have the John Deere one, hadn't we? That would not go down very well if we ran off in the other, look at that. There's a 10 grand premium for the John Deere one. What? I'll get it anyway. I'll be marched out of town if I joined the two together. The two should never meet. Thank you, Airstrip. I appreciate that, mate. Get the cheaper one. No! You've got a colour code, haven't you? There we go. That million's not going to last very long with that attitude, is it? No, let's try and avoid any vehicles, although we're looking alright at the moment. It's a case dealership, so no wonder they put a John Deere premium on it. I'm the cheapest Scot, you're the real one. I'm like the Scotsman from Wish. Sounds legit green paint tax. You got scammed. Ah, brilliant. Thank you, Airstrip. Oh, I love the old Batwing. You can't beat it. Wrong kind of mower for cutting grass for silage, but we'll overlook that because I've not used it for ages. So. Evening, Glenn. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. It is not on ModHub. No, you have to download it separately. So 4X as well. So it is unfortunately PC only. But with again, there's something else that we don't know yet. So Giants have said they're not going to do a 4X map for base game, but they haven't said that if you create a map as a modder that it won't work on PS5 and Xbox X. They have got enough grunt to run a 4X map. In fact, they did some 4X map tests in FS22, and there was, in fact, for a while there was a 4X map that accidentally got put out for console. And I think it melted a few PlayStation 4s, but it ran pretty well on a PlayStation 5. So I think we know it's possible. I think there needs to be a bit of optimization there. But let's run over this gravel again just to see that, just to see this suspension in action. That. I do like that. How good is that? Love it. That's the only issue. That's a good point, Omatana. Yeah, obviously a 4X map is going to take up a colossal amount of slots. Maybe not one like this, where it's open and there's not a lot of stuff on it. But obviously, the more stuff on a map, the more slots it takes up, which is just a bit of an issue with console. You can't really avoid, unfortunately. That's down to the console manufacturers only giving a certain amount of space to the game, and I think Giants have tried to say, can we get a bit more? Is that possible? But we'll see. Right. Let's cut some grass, shall we? Evening, Faber. Nice to see you, mate. How's things? Right, let's try and get ourselves at a decent angle. Let's try and run actually at let's run at 270 back the way. Try and run it straight. Try and get right close to the edge as well. Leave a bit of a margin, but not much. That 270 there? It was, wasn't it? Right, let's try that, and let's do that. What's it giving us? This is when I realised my road wasn't straight, but that's okay. Let's in fact, I can do this all with, or I thought I could. Oh. It's only some of them then. Used to have a power button there for that, for the PTO, but it doesn't look like it's added it to this one. Oh well. Do it the old-fashioned way. Lower it down. See how long we can go along here. In fact, what I'll do as well is lane guidance every 90 degrees. There we go. $9 miles an hour? That's slow. We'll be here forever at 9 miles an hour. Must be a good lot of grass. Oh, my road was actually straighter than I thought it was. That's not bad. Aspiring bobber. What's up with all the circles? Let me show you, my friend. This is basically internal controls. So you think like Flight Sim when you adjust all your settings and things like that. You can do that in here. Put your indicator on. What is that? Oh, headlights. There you go. Internal light, quite a nice one. Cruise control. There you go. You don't think you could play this game if you had to worry about slot count? I know. Imagine all those decisions you'd have to go through. How far can I go before I hit this gravel? Well, let's call it a day there, shall we? Now, if I turn here, it should give me, should rotate my. It does. I do love VCA. That's something else that took me forever to discover because I was basically lazy and stuck with Wopsters. Now, that's to say, Wopsters isn't epic as well. But it's a nice, very nice alternative. Interactive control is available on ModHub, yes. I'm going to get told I'm going to run out of... This is quite good for giving you the idea of the border of your... the area you're dealing with. It is, isn't it, Jay? It is, and actually, there's nothing wrong with guidance steering. Guidance steering works a treat, and especially works on multiplayer when you've got more than one person, and you can share courses and stuff. That's one of the things I would love to see in VCA in the future. Is you could save a course, or save a width in a vehicle, and take it from. Oh, okay. I found a problem with your map, guys. I own 70, but I could mow the entire map if I wanted. So that's a thing. But I'm going to be an honest citizen. So there you go, free. Free. I don't know if is that with mowing? I thought it said you couldn't. I thought it said you couldn't. You do not own this land. Let's see where this is. Let's try and get ourselves. No, I'm still outside it. Ah, that's what I've got. I have got real mowing on. Yeah, I might not be able to pick it up. That's valid. Oh, it looks like I'm bang on the line there, so let's go for it. See what happens. Drop it down. There you go. I take it back. Sorry, FSG Modding. Slurring your good name with my yeah, that makes sense. Can't pick it up. We do not expect a blame on that one. Yeah, that was my bad. So look at the size of this space. I mean, I've bought this rectangle, and it's massive. I'm not going to keep this big. I might split it into a number of different fields once we've mowed it. Oh, I'm looking forward to that case in FS25 for sure. Lovely, lovely, lovely bit of kit. FSG blaming FSG. I know. So it's very, very handy for my search algorithm having these guys. It's probably the same for them as well. Help each other out, you know what it is? Let's set things up now to go. Too many options, there we go, drop it down. It is called Interactive Control PS4. I think my width is off as well. Oh, maybe not. I'll find out on the way back. Find out on the way. It's great to see so many of you in here tonight. 255 is that shows a lot of interest in a new map. That's good. Yeah, we'll probably try and play this every Wednesday from now on till FS25 comes out. Place a post in the corners, yeah, that's a good call. I don't know where they are, aspiring, but I'll find them. Yeah, no, that's fair, you end up ploughing somebody else's fields. Why just PC? It's a script mod. We'll do another headland, I think, or two. Just so we can turn around easy. So actually this isn't a huge piece of land. It felt bigger, but actually once we're done here, we'll put a shed or two in as well before the end. I do sometimes PS4. In fact, we'll probably do some. I'm keen to do one on Vintage Oaks with the Contractor series again in the next few weeks. So stay tuned for that. I just need to find some time to set things up. Here's hoping, Boston. Here is hoping. Yeah, we are creeping up to 91,000. That's 9,000 left. So excited. So excited for that. I can't tell you. The sense of achievement if we can hit 100k is going to be kind of special, I think. If you don't know the story, when I started YouTube, my kids were like, "Oh, you're gonna get a play button one day," and I was just like, "That's never gonna happen, kids." I had like 4,000 subs at the time, and they thought that was cool. But now, actually, 4 years on, we might actually do it. And I say we because I can't do it on my own, and you guys have been mega at supporting the channel. So it's a team effort. That is a nice, cool booty look. I like that idea. I'd never thought of that, but that is. So you basically model the empty map and build it up on somewhere IRL. That's a pretty cool idea. I like it. I can almost smell the potatoes. That's my punishment. Raphael, question for you and the community. I'm playing Red River 16X and I've downloaded the extended straw mod, but I can't find the sell point to sell 3 million litres of Cabola. Yeah, you're going to want to sell that, mate. That's a lot of money sitting collecting dust. I can't help you with that one. Extended... You can't... You've downloaded the extended straw, but you can't find the sell... Do you have to put a sell point down? Is there not one? Does it not add it to the map? Lower that down already. Oh yeah, you could put sell everything. You could download something like sell everything. That's a good call. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, Robert. You know, there's always a bit of apprehension with a new game, isn't there? And I'll be honest. Have I enjoyed FS22 as much as I enjoyed 19? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Because it was too samey. Now, there's lots of stuff that's better. I think incrementally stuff was improved, but it just felt very similar, right? Whereas I really feel like, from what we've seen so far, 25 is a big step forward. But we'll just have to wait and see, right? We'll just have to wait and see. FS Dave, best gaming community ever. I agree, mate. I'm going to move this. This is Black Sheep's new... Well, it's not new, the updated one. So if you've got this, one of the best sounding tractors out there. Yeah, seasons. Yeah, true, Mark. Yeah, I'm a visual guy. I like things to look nice. Spot the graphic designer. But yeah, gameplay elements and stuff like that. We still, and that's a very good point. We haven't seen much about them. There's been a lot of focus on the environment and the weather and things like that. We'll have to wait and see. Bailey Ray, what tracker am I using? You mean this one? This is vehicle control add-on. And I am not using it at the moment, it would appear, but it doesn't matter, we're just kind of closing that off and then... I'm probably the same, Steve. It took me a while to find maps that I really kind of liked. I kind of bounced between stuff because I didn't really know what I wanted to play, so it's kind of nice to have that slate cleared again. If it's all graphics, I'll be... Yeah, me too, Mark. Me too. I think although under the hood, I think things like, I mean, the ground density, the polygons are quadrupled now, aren't they? So things are going to be smooth. Things like Terraform. If you put Terraform now into FS25, it wouldn't be so triangular and jaggy, would it? I feel the best maps have only come out in the last 6 to 9 months, barely any time to play them before 20. That happened with 19 as well, Ostrodi. I think you've got a couple of gems, as we've had with 22. But you're right. I think kind of it's almost like 3 years is the amount of time it takes for the modders to really unlock the capability in the game and know what to do with it, and then that's where you see the good stuff, and then it's all hits reset. I kind of hope that we've seen the nice new reflections and paint and all of that in the mods. I kind of hope that it's going to be relatively easy to port mods over. We'll just have to wait and see. But Christionus, no, any wheel is good, of course. I am going to say, sort yourself out with the Thrustmaster. I've got the T248 here and the Farmstick joystick. Omatana, 3 years is nearly too short. I skipped some modern map ideas because it was too late. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? I mean, I think people have said, well, why don't they just do a kind of regular update to the base game? But the problem with that is it would still break all the mods, and the modders would have to go through the same kind of cycle of updates. But by doing it this way, they can kind of add additional features in. So, yeah, Vintage Oaks is great. The extra in, well, maybe Eamon, we shall see. Omatana can respond to that. I don't think there's much in terms of extra info that we got at Gamescom that maybe they didn't have before. Daikanu, welcome from Romania, my friend. How are you? This is a batwing mower, Bailey Ray, which for the farming purists I know is the wrong type of mower for cutting grass for silage, but here we are. Love a new game, but from modest perspective, yeah, I remember it used to be 2 years before COVID. I did one every 2 years, so I like the 3-year cycle. Although I kind of got the feeling people were ready for it this time round. People were ready for a change, whereas I think when FS19, it was still going strong. Have I turned this on or not? Feels like I'm going out. FSTST, my game chair is, I'm sitting in it. I am sitting in it. I did a video, it must be a couple of months I've had it now. Oh, Timothy, your computer's broken down, that's not good. How about a flying cow and a twister? Yeah. We've got cows! No, I don't think they will, Strody, now. I think the 3-year cycle suits them better, and I think it suits modders better, and I think it suits the game base better. When does the Fent cab arrive for the man cave? Yeah, that's a slower burn, Neil. Going to take a bit longer, that one, I think. Mark Haythornthwaite, you'll be pleased to know that I'm using VCA on my Stream Deck after about 3 months of it sitting collecting dust. I don't know if we'll get any more info out of PAX West Omatana. I've got DJ's going, so hopefully he's going to if there is anything, he'll let us know. Thank you for the sub, Bailey, that is awesome, mate. Tractor Boy, I am excited for 25, very much so. Apparently the twisters will pick up bales or destroy bales. I am using the ones you sent me, Amy. Yes, they're perfect. Really good. More information and fact sheets, yes. Imagine the drama will happen. I'm gonna have to think of a plan for that, aren't I? No way, Mark. I'm too visual. I'm too visual to turn down the Stream Deck. Maybe it won't continue it for 25, imagine. Or maybe it'll have a load of new features. November's going to be an expensive month. Flight sim, yeah. I've had to use all my willpower this week to not get into the new World of Warcraft expansion. I hope so, Max. I hope so. I know a lot of it's down to how they're created by the modders, so you do get a big variance in quality. So like clipping and things like that, if they're done properly, you can avoid a load of those issues. And I've certainly had some good barns where when you fill up the food, it does do that, but and the straw and stuff. But it is, yeah, it can be a bit basic. Can you wrap square bales? You can, Alfie. You've just got to make sure you've got the right wrapper or the right baler. What app do I use for my dashboard? It's called Sim Dashboard Techno. Does anybody else remember FS30? I have on my Mac a copy of FS11. My old Mac. Well, it's not even installed anymore. It's sitting in the App Store there. Should probably download it at some point. I hope you are joking about WoW. No, John, I was deep into WoW when it first came out. I lost about 4 years of my life to it. Brilliant game. Brilliant. FarmSim is the only thing that's ever come close in terms of, like, proper engagement. I haven't yet, Neil. I've done some digging, I did a bit of reading up on it, I just haven't found the time to have a play and get organised with it. Ah. Kind of embarrassed to admit that I have games on my Mac. And I'm a Mac fan. Macs for graphic design, brilliant. Don't buy a Mac if you're playing games. Techno Gear, Sim Dashboard. Google Sim Dashboard and you'll get it. Tractor Boy, I will be doing live streams on 25, yes. Kind of hoping, fingers crossed, we don't know yet, I had no news to say, but I know we might get it maybe a day or two early to be able to show you stuff before it comes out. We'll just have to wait and see. So apparently you can, the tornadoes will damage buildings as well. We've not seen it visually being shown, but we have seen it mentioned in some of the copy. Steam library for Mac is a little thing, just a bit. What does the dashboard do? It's a touchscreen, so all of it's got showing data from the game, but I can turn on cruise control there. I can unhitch, so I can fold the implement, I can turn the engine off. If you've got different stuff on, you can turn them. All my GPS controls are down here as well. I can play with my lights, so look, there you go, I can turn my lights on. Then my beacon's on. I don't have any beacons on this tractor, but you can see my beacon down here. There you go. It's just a more visual interface than just mashing keys on your keyboard. Did you ever think about becoming a farmer or just being a farm? I grew up on a farm, Tractor Boy, so that's where the love of farming came from. So playing Farm Sim was something I did anyway, because I don't live on the farm anymore. I live, I'm a city boy now with a city job, but four-way flashes, signals, yeah, all of that can be done if you set it up, or you can do that from cruise on. If you go in cab, you can do that with your IC as well. There you go. Other way. I mean, you could have a load of fun if you want to go like full realism. Get some manual attach and all of that going as well. I did it in 19. I've never done it in 22. Keep on threatening to use manual attach. Yeah, the icons definitely help on the Stream Deck for sure. Right, not long to go on this. You can auto drive, you can set it up to indicate when it gets to a corner. I did that, Joe. My binds need resetting on this. I had it set up to do that. For some reason it stopped working. I think I've got a clash of keybinds somewhere. But I've got to the point now where only 2 months till FS25 comes out and I can hit reset on everything. Take care, Irvin. Thanks for dropping in, my friend. Who's that? I missed that chat because I was concentrating on my Farmer Ed. It was the blog, the weather blog said, one of the NPC farms that they interviewed said, it even damaged my building. Which has kind of led to the assumption that there is going to be some way of it leaving some sort of something behind. We don't know what, but something. FSG Mod Manager. Oh, I've never tried it for keybinds, actually. It's very good for keeping your mods in order, but I hadn't ever considered it for keybinds. Yeah, get on that, Mark. The few people that said that. I hope there's crop insurance now with oh, for goodness sake. Like, you can never tell when this is lowered or raised. And, well, you can. I just need to look on my sim dashboard that I've been banging on about, because it visually shows me there, but obviously that's too much for me. Also shows me the top corner, but there you go. You know me, don't like to make things easy for myself. Would you do Southern Cross New Zealand? I've done Southern Cross, Brock, way back when it came out. Hey Wade, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Yeah, a few people have said crop insurance mod would be awesome. Or if it's not in game. Your premium would be up mine too. Ambulance chasers. Is that right, Timothy? Airstrip, what are four-ways? Are they your emergency, your hazards? Those. Just another button. Right, it's taking a bit longer than I thought. Hugsy's tractor will end up in the river after every twister. You know it! That boy loves water. Oh, nice aiming. I'm going to have a look at that. I had great fun seeing the quad track last weekend as well. That was awesome. Vishvendra, how are you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Sorry, Luke, it is a single-player game. Matt, how you doing, mate? Nice. Rural Lincolnshire. Nice part of the world, mate. Got potatoes in Lincolnshire, isn't there? Right, not too long to go here, and then we'll get it windrowed and picked up. Oh, it's epic. So cool to be sitting in it. So chill inside the cab as well. I mean, it was alright. He had a small grill on, and it was a small field, but it was very cool. Kevin, this wheel is available for PS5 already, so you can get it. T148 and the T2445. I can't remember. What button on the keyboard? It's one of your number pad. I've got a 60% keyboard, so it's absolutely useless to me, but it's on the numpad somewhere. I never know, I never remember buttons. Because I have everything set up on things like Sim Dashboard, I never remember what keybinds are, which is a bit of a problem. Number pad 2 is 4 ways. Thank you, Christoph. There you go, Airstrip. For those of you who are confused, I have 2 streams running at the same time. One is a traditional 16:9 widescreen, and the other one's the vertical, which some of you are on. But there's 2 chats. Unfortunately, it won't. YouTube doesn't merge the chats yet. Kind of hoping they do that in the future. But at the moment, I have to run 2 chats separate. I could run it through something like Restream, but I don't want to pay £30 or £40 a month for the privilege of it. So at the moment I'll just chat to 2 separate groups. Airstrip, your left and right indicators are 1 and 3 on your numpad as well. No, he's never going to live that down, Cardiff Tony, because nobody's going to let him. What do we think? 1, 2, 5. I'm going to say... No, I'm not. I'm going to say... 3 passes left after this one. Mr. Dude, how long did that field take you? Well, I started at 9... Oh, I didn't. I probably started about 9:30 cutting this. Maybe even a bit later, so it's probably taken us just over half an hour. Tayeb McCabe, if you hit !map, you'll get the name, and you'll also get the link to download it, because it isn't a preview. It is out already. It's still being worked on. But... It's pretty well polished for a work in progress, I've got to say. Do you have to buy the sim? You do. The Pro version does cost, I don't know, I can't remember what it is now. It's about $6. It's basically the price of McDonald's or an expensive coffee from Starbucks. But it's a one-off. It's not a monthly fee or anything like that. It's a one-off. So for me, it was worth every penny. I've had so much value out of it. Thank you, Boston. Take care, Midwest. Thanks for dropping in. Kevin Sheridan for PS5. The map? No. Airstrip Aviation. Is it on Apple? No, it's only on Android. All good, Ed. Take care, mate. Nice to see you. Ah, oh, thank you, Robert. I've done 2 series of it. Surviving Wyoming Series 2 is out there, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you've just watched the first or you've seen them both. But that was all I did because it took forever to make them. But I'll do something similar with 25. Especially with the new lighting and all of that, it could make it quite good fun. I've always wanted to make a feature film as well. I'd love to do a FarmSim feature film. Thor, this is a 2014 8R US spec. Plus Avalov. Thank you, Jayhawk. You made me laugh the other day with your comment about what is Z. I did think that was funny. Farmer King George, hi FSG, nearly at my goal of 500 subs. Awesome, man, that's fantastic. Whiskey Sierra just hitting 300 today as well. Super stuff. Super stuff. Timothy, are they available for Xbox? What's that, Timothy? The tractor? It is in the mod hub. I think there's some extras on it on the PC version that you don't get in the mod hub, but I think they are available. Have I heard the YouTuber Lost in the Pond, British man came to live in the US, discusses all the oddities between us? No, I'm going to have to check that out. That sounds quite good. Kevin Sheridan, yes, it definitely is. In fact, I'm looking at it. Oh, I've got the Xbox version, but there definitely is a PS5 version as well. Slightly different. Bailey Ray, will I carry on the live? I'm going to run till probably 11:30 tonight. Now, Farmer King George, is that the attitude? I probably won't make it. Got to manifest it. I will make it. And more. Right, there we go. Now, before we go and get our windrower, I think what we'll do is put a shed up. And maybe get a little stave silo or something like that. Well, let's have a look what we've got. That is not. Who also does that all the time? Right, let's get ourselves a little shed. What have we got? What have I added to this map? I added the American farm building, which was some grain storages. I just want something relatively sensible now. These look too big. Oh my god, that's massive. It's also British. That's pretty small. Oh, that'll work for now, won't it? That'll do us. Relatively cheap. Just drop that there. Shadow's all messed up on it. This is a Batwing John Deere bat. This one isn't, but I think there is one in the mod hub now, isn't it, from Black Sheep Modding? Again, I've had the problem now with having the game for 3 years. People ask me what this mod is and where to get it, and I'm like, I've had it for 2.5 years. I can't remember. I don't want to tuck this too far into the shed because likelihood is I'll probably need it relatively soon. As long as we can access it, we'll be fine. There we go. Yeah, Batwing's very popular. Yes, Timothy, wheel is available for console. Yeah, that John Deere telehandler looks great, doesn't it? Very excited about that. DJ did a video on it today. Mr. Dude, your videos are amazing. Thank you, sir. That is very kind of you. Steve Salt. This is Farmstead Frontier. But if you hit !map, you can get a link to download it as well. Cold Start Arthur, no, unfortunately, this is PC only. It's a 4X map, so very big. Yeah, come out to 10:30 PM in the UK. How come my mirror images are so clear? Because JHHG, no, didn't, although JHHG does it as well, makes a point of making sure that his mirrors are right. And lots of modders don't, so, yeah, he's put some real effort into this. (9RX 830), I think, oh, I'm dropping frames all over the place. Oh, we're back. We had a horrible lag spike there. Did you guys get that? Thank you, Mr. Dude. I appreciate that. Yes, I think somebody's probably holding off doing that until FS25 now. Yeah, I thought my stream was about to fall over there. Saran, do I think Giants will improve the way so they will improve to an extent because the poly count is going up. There's more polygons per, so they won't look as jaggedy, but I don't think they're going to be 3D. I'll be disappointed if they're not, but I don't think they are going to be. DJ did a video on the new telehandler, the new John Deere telehandler that Black Sheep Modding are doing. Steve Salt, what is all the equipment on your desk? I have got 2 sim dashboards so I can control my tractors through these. I've got a stream deck here. I've got the Thrustmaster farm stick here. I have got my steering wheel here with a suicide knob on here. This is where all my audio goes to, so my mic and my game sound, so I can adjust everything. I can turn down my game sound and things like that, so it completely goes and you can just hear me, or you can have the volume up. I can play Discord through that. This screen shows me the 2 streams, so I can see what's happening with them, and it warns me when things are going to fall over. And then up there is my OBS. I don't know if you can see that on the stream, but yeah, it's a busy little setup. What are my thoughts, twisters versus vehicles on 25? And I'm not sure what you mean, Tom. As in twisters will wreck vehicles? It is the Thrustmaster T248. Gotcha, your PC can't handle FS22, so you play FS19. You should try 22. I actually think that FS22 ran smoother than FS19. Got fun. Nice one, Brian. Nice to hear it. Put your setup on the big picture. I can't. It's not set up to do that, unfortunately, Robert. I should probably set it up to do that. And I don't have my phone with me. I could have synced my phone, but I have no idea where my phone is. Hey, Cranky, how you doing? What am I doing here? What's the contractor? Oh, nice. I am getting a windrower, aren't I? I am getting a windrower. Where is it? Windrower. There we go. I did download something. That's too big. Swadro's pretty good, isn't it? Can't really go wrong with that. Can't beat a bit of crone. It is quite busy on my desk, Robert. It is, and I don't need all of this stuff. I have to admit, like, one of my other hobbies is nerding out on computer gear and stuff. Do you have any pics or a video you can share? I have got about 3 or 4 tours of my gaming setup, Robert, over the years. Most recent one is, in fact, this setup, other than the seat I'm sitting on, is this setup. And I did one way back when I started, and the difference is huge. Are you liking this, Cranky? It's good, isn't it? It is good. Thanks, Mark. It's not in this room. I don't know where it is. I'll probably get shouted at by the missus now for waking her up. Your phone's pinging. What's the black curve? It's an overlay over the screen. I've just put that onto the stream to hide so you can read that. Latest subscribers copy and stuff. Yeah, I've now got two PCs, so the second PC over to my left where I edit. Do I think a wheel will make your farming experience better? It is hands down the biggest single change for me in my enjoyment of FarmSim. I went from keyboard and mouse straight to steering wheel. Never really got on with a controller for FarmSim. I know a lot of people do. But it's fantastic with a wheel. You've got so much more control. Oh, have fun, ham and eggs. Stay safe, mate. It's way easier with a wheel, Bennett. Way easier. And I did, Mr. Dude, I built both my PCs, actually. Like I said, I nerd out a bit on tech stuff, so... In fact, I have 3 PCs I've built, because I've got one at my sim rig as well. Which I knocked together a few months ago. That's a steep old hill, that. Robert, you find the wheel to be over it, so change your probably degrees of rotation are out. So mine defaults to 900, and I've knocked it down to 700, and it's perfect. 900 was too twitchy. You drive a JD753 Premium in real life. Gotta love those green. Nice! That sounds great. Do you like my John Deeres? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, steering wheel, keyboard is not the most optimal. Not the most optimal way to play FS. If you can... Right, here we go. See, now isn't that a nice animation? I don't know how they can get their animations tonight so nice, but then have a very two-dimensional kind of swath. Steve B, have I been watching the F1? Oh, F1's taken a right turn for the better, hasn't it? Hey, Uncle, if it's still working, don't need to worry about changing it. Right, I'm gonna... Ooh, that width looks wrong. We need to set the width on this, don't we? Detect width thing. Yeah, worked it out now. Do I think Lando can catch Max? I don't think so, no. I think it's too, especially if Max is going to finish second or third for the rest of the year. Even if Lando wins everything, it's going to be super tight, but it's interesting to watch. It's interesting to watch, yeah. Max is not enjoying it. Mr. Dude, have I farmed it? I grew up on a farm, Mr. Dude, so yeah, I did a fair bit of tractor driving in my youth. It was a good way of bankrolling the next semester at university, at least. Paid for my beer money. Away you go, Faber. Hey Leo, how you doing? Yeah, Merc's doing well. They're picking up the scraps, aren't they? The GPS mod is vehicle control add-on VCA. I'm going to run this and then I'm going to tidy up the edges at the end. And then we'll put a silo in and we'll probably maybe a pickup wagon. What do we think? Cheers, Timothy. Yeah, I get a bit boring. I kind of even, like, Schumacher in his peak and even Lewis in his peak, it just got a bit tedious each week, didn't it? So it's nice to see close battles and a bit of racing, although it wasn't close this weekend. Hey? Max got thumped. Yeah, I think a forage wagon's probably the most efficient way to do it. I agree. VCA is connected, so along the bottom here I've set up all the VCA buttons on my Sim Dash. I've also got it on the Stream Deck here as well, so I've got choices. Too many. Hey Jeff, how are you? Pickleman, that is Sim Dashboard on the tablets. It's GPS PCA, it is PC only. But don't worry, because FS25 is going to have GPS built in. There you go. Twisters should be a water plane and disable vehicles along with paint degradation. I wouldn't be surprised if Twisters are switch offable. Exactly, Mrs. Prof. Not this year. After the start he had. I think they had a little, you know, they tweaked the rules slightly for, you know, like kind of braking. They kind of adjusted the rules, and I think Red Bull have had to take something off their car that slowed them down. Has he? Thank you, Mark. Professor of Logic, I don't have a tutorial on it. But the help on their website is very, very good. Pretty straightforward. There we go. Twisters can be switched off. I'm amazed, actually, how many people have been getting a bit grumpy in the comments about, well, we never asked for twisters and we never asked for... Like, I kind of think weather's been one of the biggest asks from the community for about 3 games in a row now. So it surprises me that there's so many people out there who are a little bit upset by it. See you, Bennett. Take care. See you, Bailey Ray. Or are you saying bye to Bennett? You might be saying bye to Bennett. Yeah, like, and also crop damage. Do you remember when the trailer for FS22 came out and there's the bit in the field where the girl's standing with the cob of corn and she's looking at the field that's been, like, kind of decimated by, I think it's with insects, and everyone's like, oh, we're getting crop damage in game, and then it didn't come out, and then everybody was like, oh, but it was in the trailer, we're really upset. And now people are like, we didn't ever ask for crop damage, we never asked for... So yeah, it's interesting. It's amazing how people perceive different things in different ways. Well, as that as well, Mrs. Prof. I think a lot of you usually find a lot of the people that are grumping are likely to be the ones that'll play it for 3 months and then move on. And it's only us nerds 3 years later that are playing it who are probably more tolerant of, because you know the game and you know how it works and all of that. So I'm looking forward to Twisters as well. I think it's authentic. If you're playing a big open US map with big fields in the Midwest, you might get a twister. That's kind of cool. And I think the way they've done it, I mean, I don't know what you lot thought, but when I saw them, I think the way they've put them into the game looks fantastic. Glad I'm a nerd, exactly. Wouldn't have it any other way. Paddy Hoy, does that iPad control my tractor? It does. Look, watch, I'll show you when we get to the end. I'll do it all through the tablet here. I'll use this case tablet to control the John Deere. Don't tell anybody. No, I think that's the point, Mark, isn't it? Hopefully they can be adjusted so that... So look, I can raise it up. Like so. I'm going to roll along a bit. I'm going to turn my tractor around using the GPS. And there we go. It's retracking. And then we're going to lower our thing back down and off we go. In fact, I can even turn on my cruise control. There you go. Not even touching the pedals now. Since we are getting rice, will that mean Giants and modders will make a Chinese... Ted, we are getting an Asian map in base game. Like that, Paddy? It's good, isn't it? So it's connected. There's a little piece of software that takes a feed of the data from the game and the key commands, and it sends them to the iPad and back. And you have to install an app on the... it's Android only. An app on the tablet. And then it all talks to the game. It's very good. Very clever. Works brilliant. Combines is probably the thing that it works the best for is combines. You can open your auger pipe and all of that stuff. But it's good. Just adds a little bit to the immersion. France strikes UK riots. Oh, I like it. Evening, Adam. How you doing? Big dog moves. Hurricane season for Asia. Well, yeah, that's... The wind is in the game now. Maybe they can do an alternative. Can we join the farmer right? Yeah, you just have to drive around. I just thought it was an excuse for tractor drivers to just have a day driving around in the tractors. Oh, full speed turnaround. This is going to be fun. Look at that. Da-da-da-da. That's what happens when you go too fast. Got to drive sensibly. No fast farming on this channel. And nothing other than my dad would phone up and shout at me. That's not how you do it, son. Alvaro, hello, do you think the Giants should do something with the suspension system of the tractors? Because they seem so stiff and hard. So, I'm in two minds with this. I do think at the moment it's a bit... From that 9 minutes of footage we saw, it's a bit bouncy. I think they could adjust the... You could have a bit of flex in the tyres, but tractors don't have suspension. Rear wheels on tractors, the axles are drilled straight into the chassis of the tractor. You only get, like on this tractor, you get a little bit of float on the front wheels. So yes and no, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad in 22 per se. I think it's terrible in cars and things like that. In fact, I don't even think trucks are too bad, but cars are awful. But I don't struggle that much with tractors in game in 22. So hopefully it's similar. I would hope it's improved. They've said they're going to improve physics and the handling. As they do every game, they kind of tweak it a little bit more and a little bit more. So we'll just, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. They have nice seats. They do have nice seats. Quad track was superb, Saran. And they loved the vid as well, so they invited me back. They're like, if you ever want to come down, do other stuff. So yeah, that's good. Going down and see that they've got some lovely equipment. Actually, they've got a very big class combine and a big class forage harvester as well. I think a 970 forage harvester. Ted Cameron, is this a productions map? Anything good about it? Loads good about it. Look at it. Brilliant. It's not really a productions map, no. But there's, crikey, there's space galore. You could put productions all over it if you wanted to. That's what I like about it. It's just a big open space to get creative with. Tractor Boy, can I wish you a happy birthday? Happy birthday, Tractor Boy. Pickleman, if you hit ! map, you will get a little pop-up, not only telling you the name of the map, but where you can download it. FSTST, 2,317 hours on FS22 on PS4, and 9. Good for you, man. That's some good numbers. Especially on PS4, wow. It is called Farmstead Frontier. Yeah, it's basically Frontier is in a big open space. Ted, not much more than that. But it does, it's think more No Man's Land than a PV. So that noise, that tractor engine noise, that's very nice, isn't it? Full chat, that's good. Pickleman, should you watch it on YouTube or Twitter? You'd be pretty bored if you're watching on Twitch. We're all on YouTube here. I don't have a hot tub and a bikini, so I don't fit in on Twitch anymore. I could arrange one. If there's enough interest. We could maybe we could do that for the 100k. Harvest potatoes in a bikini in a hot tub. Don't worry, I'm not gonna There's not enough time for me to work out. I'm not beach body ready. Twitch would have me as a... Twitch would be like, right, we have to sign him as a partner straight away. I don't know what buttons I'm pressing now. I've got too excited. Hello, Lars. How you doing, mate? In Edinburgh in the winter. Ooh. I'm not sure it would share. I think Giants would lose their Peggy 3 rating. They'll be like, I'm afraid FSG, we're going to have to ask you to no longer be a partner. Oh, this doesn't fit in the shed. You've upset a lot of people. Oliver Wilkinson, any plans for the 100k subs? I'm pretty sure there's a gaggle of people who have plans for me for 100k. Yes, we'll be doing something. Whether I'll enjoy it or not, I don't know. Of course I'll enjoy it. It's FarmSim, right? What's not to enjoy? But, yeah, it may involve potatoes. Oh, I thought I had... Oh, I did. I was like, I don't have shed silos, but I do. We go for a big one? Where should we put it? Where shall we put it? Let's do that, and then we can reverse and load it pretty easily. That'll do. Nice. These are great, these silos. Love them. Tractor Boy, I am on Discord. I think if you hit !Discord, you might get a link to it. Why potatoes? I don't like potatoes, Pickleman. But for clarity, I don't mind potatoes, but they take ages. But I will do potatoes if I hit 100,000 subs. A ton of potatoes for every every 1,000 subs. Is it? I thought I detached it. Thank you, White. Damn right you will. You love to see me suffer, you lot, don't you? Which is fine. I'm okay with that. Trailbait says, hello, how you doing? Danny, nice to see you. Take care, Cher, thanks for hanging out. Or Cher. The image of me in a hot tub and a bikini is too much. She's had to run. To be ill in the toilet, probably. Take care, Leo. Right, there we go. Dropped. Yeah, I think we're allowed to use some slightly modded. I love chips, Pickleman. Like I said, no issue with potatoes. Graham Cassidy, cut Monza in the grass. Good idea with a new chicane. Love Monza. Gonna be a good weekend. I love the fact that you don't know what's. Yeah, I love the fact you don't know who's going to win at the moment. Yeah, the guys, I can see the guys give me a one furrow harvester for potatoes as well while they're running around in big kit. Still going to be a long stream. It is. I think we better be preparing for FSG to win. Cheers, mate. Pickleman, if you pre-order FS25 through my link, it does indeed, sir, but it doesn't cost you anything else. So it's a win-win. Yes, if you put FarmSimGuy in at checkout, it gives me a few pennies. It literally is a few pennies, but it all counts, right? And the more of you do that, the more giveaways I can do. So we'll be doing some giveaways of FS25 up until launch. And I am also going to be giving away a farm stick or two. Thanks to Thrustmaster. More to follow on that, but yeah, we've had a little bit of a discussion about that, so that could be quite good fun. Hey James, yeah, but Newcastle not looking too great at the moment. Yeah, but well, hopefully things will pick up. Wait, you can find a farm stick. Jayhawk, they are available on the Thrustmaster site, US and UK sites as we speak today. I saw this afternoon. Chris Evans, what's my best map? Oh, too many to mention, Chris. Still love Elk Mountain, Wyoming. Purely because it was the fact it came out so soon after. We think 360, 36,000. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Silage additive, we better get some of that as well. Don't need to cover. Standard wheels, let's buy that, and let's get some silage additive as well. Let's boost our earnings. adjuncts. Bond silage additive. Will I be playing on the Millennial Farmer map when it comes out? I certainly will be, Adam. I've already had a little bit of a play on it already. Yeah, $99 US, 79 UK. In fact, I think if you do exclamation mark Thrustmaster, or it might be recurring, or Farmstick. Try exclamation mark Farmstick. But yeah, Thrustmaster delivery is good. I know a few guys have ordered them and had them within 48 hours. Yeah, there we go, Pickleman. So annoyingly, it's the FarmSimGuy on Thrustmaster and FarmSimGuy on Giants. I should have done that better, shouldn't I? Put some silage additive in, and then we have got, oh crikey, it's 11 now, but we'll gather a bit of grass. We're starting to make a little bit of progress here, which is good. Yeah, it does need a little bit of it's not the most brilliant user experience, Jim, but yeah, no, I know. I think Cranky maybe bought his from Thrustmaster Direct. I know Yoss did. Yoss got his the next day. So, Braden, we're probably going to go for another. What the crack is that whole? It's a big old tank on that, isn't it? Right, I'm going to get another couple of those. Yep. Fill her up. 3-day delivery for you, though. There we go. Yours is yours. I think you have to, Stephen. Take care, Tractor Boy. Thanks for hanging out, mate. Ranch FS25 comes out on your birthday. Well, there you go. You're gonna have to get it then, aren't you? Hey, Gavin. How you doing, mate? Yeah, sorry, mate. We'll be finishing up in a little bit, but good to have you here anyway. Appreciate you dropping in. Had some great numbers of folk in tonight, which is great. It's always nice when there's a new map out. I think people are interested to see it, and this is a cracking map. There's a lot of scope in this map to do some fun stuff with it. Turn that off. Just the flatten it off a bit. It was in a bit nose down there, wasn't it? Yeah, Jim, you're right. Even just the little icons on it and stuff kind of been designed with farming in mind, hasn't it? Gavin, no, it's not on ModHub, but if you do exclamation mark map, you can download it. James, no, this is FSG Modding's map, made by DaVar from FSG Modding. Oh, it really does, doesn't it, Scott? Yeah. It's just intuitive, right? It's just how it is in real life. So look at that suspension at the front there. That is next level detail in this tractor from Dintz. He's done a great job with it. Yeah, thank you, Eamon. Well said. Glad to hear it, mate. Yeah, and thank you everyone for joining. Much appreciated. Ranch, I'm excited for the Twisters. You and a lot of other people, I think, mate. I think it's going to be fun to see what happens. Let's be honest. I'll be driving a tractor into it at the first moment I get. You bought FS on Steam, but when I play it, it doesn't start. Can somebody help me? There could be quite a few different reasons why that's the case. Hard to narrow it down from there. Is there a joystick you would recommend? Well, I had the T16000 dual set before I had the Farmstick. Not because of Thrustmaster, I bought them myself. And they were great as well. And you can pick up a set of them, a pair of them. But the Farmstick is definitely the one that's kind of geared towards Farming Simulator. So if that's what you play the majority of your gaming on, well worth checking it out. Right, let's get this started. There we go, we're off. I am using one at the moment, but I do have a second one. I just haven't got around to setting up yet. T Marcus, good call, mate. Yeah, there's a lot of life left in FS22 and a lot of good mods. Our 6 Series cracking tractors, Swim and Cloud. Yeah, Swim and Climb. It's probably the workhorse in the UK as well. We don't tend to see as many 7 and 8s. A bit more down south, but the fields are too small and the lanes are too small. So Sim dashboard. It's about, I think, about $6 or $8, not even. %full already. Look, there we go. We don't have access to this land. That's the first time we've seen that tonight, isn't it? So we are right on the edge of our land. That's awesome. Measured that to perfection. Oh, for the actual tablet, I bought the cheapest tablet, Android tablet I could find on Amazon. Like a no-name Chinese brand. I think I paid about $80 for it. You can pick stuff cheaper than that. If you've got an old Fire tablet or something like that. Yeah, Robert, it's good. It's a good deal. It's a good deal, FarmSim. I think bang for buck, it's probably one of the best investments you can make if you play a lot of FarmSim. Definitely. Thanks, EH Ranch. I appreciate that, mate. We've got more field. We've got more of our land down here that we haven't actually used yet. So we should think about what we're going to do with that in a future episode. How much did I pay for all of this setup? Because I love it. It's taken me about 4 years. With a little bit of help from some of my YouTube earnings to get it to this point. But probably all in, we think it's about £5,000. FSG thoughts about FarmSim control panel. I used to own one. But I think there are way better options out there now. Yes. What's the line? My biggest fear is that when I die, my wife will sell all of my computer stuff for what I told her it cost. Old man Jeb, I bounce between. I do. Through habit I do go back to a key when if I'm not on a tractor, weirdly I'll walk around with a keyboard and mouse. It feels alright. I've played a lot of games where you WASD it everywhere, so kind of kind of used to doing it that way, but if I'm in a vehicle, oh, we're full. Look at that, perfect. And I do, but also you've got a little joystick on the back of the farm stick here, so that is me just flipping that there. Look behind me. We should just reverse up and find a trigger here somewhere. Go. Get it loaded into the silo. So the farm stick's completely autonomous to any wheel. So if you've already got a wheel, or you've got a wheel from another brand, the farm stick just is a USB plug into the back of your computer. You could run a farm stick with no wheel if you wanted. Unfortunately, Swim and Climb, the code does not work on Steam. You can only buy it through the Giant store. Evan, I do have a Discord. If you hit ! Discord in the chat there, you will get a link to it. Is it an actual joystick or like a pad? There you go, old man Jeb. Let me just move down if I can. But it's a full-on joystick. Control front and back. You've got 12 buttons either side, and you've got indicators either side. You can switch vehicle, you can hook up your vehicle, start your tractor. You've got indicators left and right there as well. And then you've got a row of buttons on the top. You've got these rocker switches here as well. You've got this which controls your cruise control speed, and if I press it, it starts cruise control. And then you've got this on top to move around as well, which is quite nice. So there's loads of functionality on it. It is very good. And then you can pull the trigger. I'm not sure if you can see this. There's a little light on the top of it. It's orange at the moment. It goes to white, so you can actually switch between two setups. You've got field operation and kind of front loader operation if you want, so it's good from that perspective as well. Right, I think I'm running right here, aren't I? Pickup is on. Wonder how you connect a farm stick and a wheel to a Series X. Unfortunately, farm stick is only for PC. Thank you, Graham. Oh, there we go. That's not to say that what might not necessarily change in the future. Oh, this is actually a little, so I can turn this. Look, there you go. I can do it slowly, or I can do it fast. Back the way. So yeah, you know, you've got full control over how fast it goes. It's good. Do you have more buttons on a single farm stick than you have on dual 16,000s? No. There's quite a lot of buttons on 16,000, although there's a lot more up at the top. But I think you probably all in the two 16,000s would have. Oh, there you go, Gavin. Worth a shot, but like I say, I think now between Thrustmaster stuff and the Ori stuff, I think it's been superseded in quality. Still more buttons than my brain can handle. You and me both, mate. My setup linked. I did a video of I did a studio tour maybe 3 or 4 months ago, maybe a bit longer now. So if you just search on my page, on my channel page, use the search function and just type in Studio Tour, I'll actually pull them all back. I've done about 3 or 4 over the years. T Marcus, I just can't spend that kind of money when my trusty Xbox controller works just exactly, mate. Like, this is all overkill. Like, you can play FarmSim and enjoy FarmSim with a controller or a keyboard. You do not need all of this nonsense. Like I said, it's almost like a second hobby for me. Mr. Haythornthwaite, take care, buddy. Nice to have you back. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'll pick up with you. I'll chat to you in Discord at some point. Go. Oh, we're full again. There we go. Getting through it, everyone. Getting through it. Well, I think this is going to take a bit of time to do, but we'll push on. Like I said, I want to replant this with proper grass rather than taking it back to the meadow grass. So I've got a bit of work to do on this yet. And I think we've blocked over the rise at the end there. We've still got quite a lot of this block still to use. So we'll maybe cut a second field there or something going forward. We've got 2 old iPads. No, it's Android only. Apple security settings won't let you plug into it. Exactly. Got to do it, Earthrunner. You're in IT though, aren't you? So you've probably got a nerd out on gadgets. Right, let's grab another load and then we'll maybe call it after that. I'm the same with cameras. I've got maybe 5 webcams. I've got the drone. Numerous GoPros. I can't help myself. Take care, G. Graham, I need to catch up with you soon, mate. We'll have to have a beer and a chat. It's been too long. Can I show how big this field is on the PDA? I certainly can, Mrs. Prof. I certainly wonder if it'll show now we've cut a little square in it. No, it does not, but I can show you. It's interesting, because I've not ploughed it yet. I've just mowed it, haven't I? So we need to actually plough it and cut a field shape, but it is probably 3/4 of this square, Mrs. Prof. So from there to there, but actually when you zoom out in terms of size of the map, because it's 4x, it's pretty small. I have got the DJI Mini 3 cranks. Pickleman, mostly every Wednesday is my default. Although I think we're going to be Argsy and I are going to be streaming on Saturday from the field with a live special guest or 2 from PAX East. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we might get a bit of... It did, it was pretty windy, cranks. We were a bit lucky with the trees. But yeah, no, it did work well. VR and FarmSim would be amazing. It certainly would. I need to pick your brains on what the Pico is like. I'm toying with getting a VR for the sim rig for iRacing. I don't know whether to get the Meta Quest or the Pico. Nice one, Pickleman. Take care. Oh, well done, Strody. I've not managed to have any drastic issues with mine. I did well when I took it when we were in France on holiday in the Alps. I did take it. I was flying at about 2,500 meters, and when I was flying, it was like, "You're at high altitude. Please take care." I was only about 100 feet off the floor, but it obviously worked out. It was a little bit higher than it usually was. Thomas, if you hit exclamation mark map in the chat, you'll get a link to download it. It is, Mrs. Prophet, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, Virtual Farmer's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. More software for the meta, okay. Apparently resolution it's good resolution on there. Gavin Schofield, how do you install maps not in the mod hub? So if you've downloaded the map, Gavin, and it's sitting as a zip file in your downloads, you just want to move that zip file into your farming, into documents, my games, Farming Simulator 22, and in there will be a folder called mods. And you just want to copy the whole zip file into that mod, and then it will appear in your game. But do a little YouTube search. There's a few people that have done good how to install third-party mod videos that kind of explain it if you're a little bit unsure. But it's a pretty straightforward process. Just the important thing is do not unzip. Do not unzip it. You can just leave it all zipped up. Got the meta, just need a bigger house now. Thank you, VF. Appreciate it, buddy. Evening, the Virtual Farmer crew. Nice to have you here. Last 4 packs. Can we get all this in one trailer? I don't think we can. But we'll do our best. This is a small thing as well, but Dints has managed to put in a proper field of view inside the cab as well. So many internal cabs are the field of view's all wrong, but it's actually pretty spot on in this. That kind of attention to detail. It's Old Man Jeb, you play any of the FS22? Unfortunately, no, I couldn't get to Cologne. I'd already taken too much time off work with FarmCon and then a family holiday, so unfortunately I am going to have to wait until, well, I don't know when. Probably the 12th of November at this rate. Hey Waylon, how you doing? There we go. Chrissy Knows Dreams, hello, nice to see you. And Pete as well, evening mate, how are you? Aren't I the boss? Give yourself more days. Yeah, but at the same time, there's quite a lot of work to do. Hey Marius, do you know when they're releasing that? It's in the test queue, mate, so if there's no issues with it, hopefully relatively soon. If they spot some bugs in it, you might have to wait a bit longer. The buildable farmhouse might get twisted damage. That would be nice. That would be nice. They did mention in the blog that sheds might get damaged, but I don't know to what extent. But that would be a cool feature. Like you said, just not every month. If you get one twister a year, or maybe 2 at the most, I think. I'll pick up this. I had a little weird overlap. And when I say one twister a year, I don't mean one twister a year in the UK as well. You know, if you're playing a US map, yes. Oh, is that right? VF. It was in the blog, wasn't it? The weather blog. We shall wait and see. Hopefully Kermit's going to join us from the field on Saturday night, so we can grill him. Not so much on the same 2 kilometre way. I was speaking to somebody the other day, they're like, I live in like middle of Oklahoma and have done for 40 years and I've never seen a twister. They've been close by and I've seen the damage after one's gone through, but I've never seen one. So they're not that common. I feel we've been spoilt with the twister film and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought that cranky as well, and it was, you know, in the blog it said even damaged my the NPC character they meant said it even damaged my shed. But like I say, there's a lot of speculation until actually we've got our hands on the game. If I go into my daughter's room, I know what the aftermath of a tornado looks like, but I've never seen one in real life. England gets more twisters per square kilometre than anywhere else in the world. Ah, there you go. There you go, T Marcus saying the same. Close to 2 twisters in my life, didn't see them. No, I'm the wrong end of the field, I'm 99% in. I might just unload with this in. Do you know what, Earthrunner? I was in that earthquake as well. We were slightly further south. But yeah, we were woken up by that one as well. That's mad. Yeah, that's the only time, and it was scary. It was scary as. Relatively early in the morning. It was like about 6 or 7 a.m. Three, 4 hour wait. Did the Europeans not get to? Not really. Not really. Certainly not like proper ones that do loads of damage. Hey, Alex is back. Things don't fall over. It's not worth worrying about. Exactly. Our contract's changing like previous FS17. I don't know, Big Dog. Do not have any news on contracts yet. We are in the dark. Oh, Pete. Poor Pete. Totally missed that. Not paying attention. Easier in cab. Picking up grass is easier in cab. Coffee time. Yeah, it's still going. I just wanted to finish this field. I'm actually enjoying myself, and the chat's been awesome tonight, Args. It's been a really good stream. Good numbers too, so thank you to everybody who's hung out. It's always nice to see you. The dog. What is it? You want to go to bed, don't you? Alright, fine. I'll tell these 200 people that I'm going to bed. Take care, VF. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. I am doing the same. We'll get this last little bit of grass here. We'll leave that to ferment, and we'll come back and start planning what we're going to do next. But definitely worth checking out this map. It is nice if you like your no man's lands and things like that. This has got massive potential, and the fact it's a 4x scale, it actually feels like a bit of a wilderness. Feels like you've got a lot of space to play with. So well worth checking out. Well worth checking out. And you know, if it comes from FSG Modding, it's gonna be good quality. So we will be back on this next week. We're just getting started. Like I said, probably see this through to FS25 coming out. We'll just have to wait and see if anything else exciting comes along, but I could see a lot of time being sunk into this map. Could be good fun. This might end up being the one I'm playing in my spare time, even when I'm not recording. So there we go. So, no worries, FarmSim Game. Thank you. Pass on your thanks to DaVar for the map. It's a beauty. Tell you what, like I said, it's in beta at the moment, but it's pretty well polished for a beta. Everyone else, thank you. Always a pleasure doing these. Love chatting to you all. Have a good rest of your week. Like I said, from the field on Saturday with ARGs, hopefully with a couple of special guests. Fingers crossed if all goes to plan and there's a decent internet connection. But until then, enjoy the rest of your week. Look after yourselves. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.